Harry Styles' album came out.
Big moment with the watermelon on it. Or whatever that song is.
Sure. Which, by the way, learned maybe a couple weeks ago that it was about cunnilingus. I did not know watermelon
about
sugar high.
Eating.
I love that.
That's the clip.
This is a wild Thai black tea. Ooh. Pick up the mic, you handsome man. I wish people talk to me that way. I was talking to you that way. I wish people talk to me. I wish people talked to me and called me handsome man on a regular basis.
Start the pod, you handsome man.
Yeah, start this pod, you handsome guy.
Start the pod, handsome man.
So you've had a few sips.
Yes.
What do you think?
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I could be lying, though.
Are you?
Does tea have a taste?
So I think that's...
Josh.
You not having smell, because
I
think is informing you not having. Well, that sounds mean because I was going to say informs you not having taste, but you have great taste in friends.
Yes.
In podcasts that you're a guest on.
Yes.
In girlfriends.
Yes.
No, what you're drinking for those steepers at home.
Your steepers.
Yeah, my deep steepies.
Why not steeple?
My steeple.
Steep people.
That sounds creepy. My steeple. My steeple's at home.
Yeah.
This is a wild Thai black tea. We're going to go for a temperature of 2 hundo.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 hundo. We're going to steep for, here's the big piece, okay? I would say you could steep for anywhere from 3.5 to 5 minutes. Personally, I oversteep. We're in a judgment-free tea zone, so you could steep however long you want.
Can you go ahead and tell me what steep even is?
It's a conversation.
Hot soaking leaves.
Yeah. So a lot of so you put your leaves in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's kind of like when you go into the bath for a minute, you go, ooh, it's nice. You're bathing the leaves. If I don't want to get so like lame about it, but what you're really doing a lot of times is you're letting all the aromatics come out of the leaves, and the leaves also expand in the water. So the real taste from the leaves comes out. I feel so snooty when I want to talk like that. I'm like, oh yes, and the taste of the leaves is great.
Yes, that was good.
Thank you. But yeah, so that's what this tea is. The reason I chose this tea for you, is for there were a few reasons. One, it's wild tea, so it's wild Thai black tea.
Mm-hmm.
You get wild, and I love it. Secondly, it's more complex than a typical Chinese black tea. Mm-hmm. And I tend to think what I love about you as a person, but also you as a comedian, is a lot of times on the surface, fun, loud, silly, but there's complexity to it. And I think there's a lot of stuff beneath it. And I think that you're you don't need to be on all the time. Mm-hmm. When we're talking, I feel like I get to know you. And that complexity, I think, is one of my favorite things about you. Hence, we're drinking a more complex tea than your average black.
That was beautiful, Josh.
Thank you.
And I like not being on all the time. You know people that are always on, and it's not bad, but I couldn't do it.
No. Here's the thing about me. I am naturally very energized, and sometimes I think people think that that's me being on all the time. And I'm like, no, I'm just like, I am this excited.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that I can't, if you want to bring up, if you want to be like, so how do you feel about civil rights in Burma? Like, yeah, we can, I don't know a lot about it, but we can talk.
With that same energy. Like, I'll tell you about civil rights.
What's the deal with Burma? Like I can get into it.
I remember when we met for the first time, it was at Nerd Melt. And I think it was Madison or someone, shout out, that was introducing us.
Shout out Madison Hedgecock.
Shout out. And he was like, this is Josh. He hosts a mic at Broadway.
Boardwalk 11.
Boardwalk.
Yeah.
And you very kindly were like, yeah, hey, nice to meet you. Yeah, come by whenever. And that was it. It was really quick.
Yeah.
There was a part of me that was like, I could see you turning around and being like, not to me, but just in general, being like you're like, hey, come to my mic, and then turn around. You're like, yeah, or not. Fucking, who gives a shit? I don't need that guy. And then like going, I can't describe it.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
But for me personally, that was probably just because you were so outgoing and comfortable. So that's got to be my own insecurity.
That's so interesting. you always wonder, I don't mean you specifically, maybe you specifically, you always wonder like how you are perceived by other people. Like because I think I've said this to you before, your vibe is very friendly.
Yes.
I'm embarrassed to say this and I don't want to upset you in any way. I don't remember the first time we met. And I mean that as a compliment, almost to say like, I only remember you as my friend. But spoiler alert to everybody. Like, you're Justin Sherman, incredible comic. Go look him up. And also his biggest credit, my friend.
Yes.
That's sometimes when I bring people up, someone's like, I go, yeah, what do you want me to say? And they go, say whatever you want. So I'll just be like, this person was nice to me.
Dude, that's such a hard thing because I don't ever know what to give for credits, but also I know in the host's position, it's like, you got to tell me something. Like, don't make me figure it out. You
want to know what one of my favorite comedian jokes is? I think I may have told you this before. Have I told you this?
No, maybe. We'll see.
My favorite jokes of all time. A comedian decides to bring his new girlfriend home to meet his parents. So they get to the door, and right before he knocks, he turns to her, he goes, what do you want me to say?
That's good. Did you write that?
No. I heard it once, and it was so funny.
Yeah, that's good.
It made me laugh so hard. But no, I don't remember the first time meeting you. I just remember knowing you. Did you come to that mic I used to host? No.
Yeah, I should have.
Well, let me ask you this. So, because I was thinking about this earlier. I was talking to Jess about it, I think yesterday. So you do the podcast. Everyone should go listen. Everything Reviewed. It's great, great podcast. There are really two episodes that everyone's going to love, I think, which are Summer Camp and Family. Go look those up. I don't know why. I'm just naming random episodes starring the guys and me. Anyway, you came out how early into your comedy journey? Because you were out here. I only know you as a stand-up comic and a friend, and then you started Everything Reviewed. I don't know how you got up to the point when I met you. Give me some background. I don't know.
Stand-up's always number one. I started when I was 18.
You started at 18?
Yeah. I should be better.
You should be better.
I should be so much better, dude.
No, you're great.
But here's the thing. I started in Nebraska. So the first 3 years I was in Nebraska, and we had one open mic a week.
That can't be true.
So it's like...
that is true?
Yeah. And it was like... And they were like... I was like, how much time do we get? They're like, just as long as you want. Just have fun. And there was like no scene. It was like slowly building. There was at like the end of my time there was maybe 2 mics. So little to no experience. So like starting at 18, I basically started when I was like 21, 22 when I moved out here. And even then I started UCB improv.
Yeah.
So my time was split between stand up and that, even though I still knew I liked stand up the best. But that's how I met Joey. And Joey had a podcast. I met him at UCB.
Yeah.
And then he had a podcast that he was stopping because he was doing it by himself. And I think it was just like hard to get guests. But hopefully it's easier for you.
I was going to say, why would you look at me like that? It's hard to get guests. Steep conversations. More like creep conversations.
Or maybe that's not the reason. Maybe he was just like, he was like, we should do one together. And then that's how we started. But I definitely never planned to start one, but I'm glad I did.
Do you feel like it has furthered your stand-up career?
I have pulled stuff from the show where I'm like, and I'll ask Joey, and I'll say things like, I'll ask him because he'll riff on stuff with me, and I'll like get his clearance. So like the last time I asked him, I was like, think about it. You can talk to me tomorrow. He's like, I thought about it. Yes. It's like, because I'll ask him to use stuff. Be like, hey, can I use this on stage? I was like, you don't have to answer because I'm like putting him on the spot. But he's like, I truly don't care. And some of the stuff works, but some I bomb with. So it makes me laugh because something tells me he knew like that's not going to work on stage.
Like, yeah, use that. Yeah,
try it.
Okay, so I didn't know that you moved out here so young.
Yeah.
You've been out here for 7 years, 8 years?
7 years.
That's crazy. I've been here for 7 years too. And boy, what a long time to not achieve anything. Is that?
It is, but it isn't. I mean, I go back and forth every day. I'm like, it is such a long road.
I know.
It's such a long road.
I sometimes wonder if I'm getting better or if I'm caring less. And I mean that in a positive way. So like, you know, I used to be so focused on, I used to be so focused when I would do stand up on being like, these are the jokes that I have written and I want to do these jokes super well. And I think, incorrectly, I think that the crowd wants to hear these jokes exactly as I wrote them with the intentions behind them. And now post COVID, well, that's a loaded term because we're still in it, but you know, doing stand up after the initial wave of coves or Rona or whatever we like.
Coves.
The Covey. After the initial wave of the Covey, I am so minimally concerned with that. Now when I get on stage, I am just chatting with the audience. I'm far less concerned with getting my jokes across than I am with creating a unique experience for the people in the audience and having fun myself. And I don't know if that means I've gotten better or I just care less.
It's probably a combination of both, honestly. Do you think when you think about your future that stand-up's going to take you to the next step, or is there other things you're doing that you think like, because like for the podcast, for example, is not going to take me anywhere. It'll be something that just comes along with us and grows as we grow.
Interesting.
And I thought I could get somewhere with stand-up, but now I'm like taking the internet route of like sketches and stuff and like making short films. But I don't know personally, because I'm like, I would like to think stand-up could take me places, but I don't know if I think that'll also just be a thing that I take with me because of the other stuff. Does that make sense?
No, it does. It's interesting for me to hear you say that. I think that the biggest thing that works against you specifically is that people haven't heard you. Because I remember, not to butter your bread, but I remember, and I think I told you this before. Yeah, you're like, here's all my bread. I bought 8 loaves, butter it. I think I remember one of this. So this wasn't the first time I heard you, but I remember hearing you once at the Improv, and you, in my eyes, crushed. Well, like I remember that, and that was the first time I had heard, the pool joke and all that other stuff. I this was a different time than I heard the Universal Studios stuff, but but I remember just hearing this stuff, and I was like, that's all you got to do is hear him. All you got to do is hear him.
Thank you.
There are some comedians that I'm friends with who I'm like, I love this person. I have no faith in their ability as a stand-up. That's true. I'm not going to name names, but there are definitely people where I'm like, you are not going to succeed at this art form, but I like you as a person. And let me be clear. I am sure I'm worse than these people at stand-up. However, I love how you're like, sure.
No, I'm saying that's ridiculous.
But for you, I think you're objectively good. I am a fan of yours outside of being a friend of yours.
Whoa.
I mean this. I think I told you this story. I'm like pretty sure I told you the story like a couple weeks ago when we grabbed lunch. But I'm talking to Jess, and I go, hey, I'm getting lunch tomorrow with the only comic you think is funnier than me. And she goes, Justin Sherman.
Oh my God!
I swear to God.
That's ridiculous.
I swear to God. And I go, what? No.
I object to that.
I was like, no, but also what? I was like, you're dating me. And then, and she goes, I don't know, John Mulaney. I go, yeah, I'm having lunch with John Mulaney tomorrow. And I just decided to drop it to you the night before casually in hopes that you would go, is Olivia Munn coming? Like, that's not. And she goes, and then she finally guessed the right person, who was Caleb Sinan. And she goes, Caleb? And I go, yeah, I'm getting lunch with Caleb tomorrow. And she goes, no, I do think he's funnier than you.
Oh.
And I was like,
that's normal though. I don't think my girlfriend thinks I'm funny. No, she thinks I'm funny, but she might be funnier than me.
I think that Jess sometimes has her moments where she's funnier than me. For sure.
I definitely am not the funniest person in my family. Like, I think I'm just the only one in my family that wanted to make this a career. I think there's my little brother, and my little sister are definitely funnier than I am.
Really?
And I respect it.
I think your sister, so I don't know when people are going to be listening to this, but it was your birthday 2 days ago?
Yes.
Yeah, I think your sister posted a ton of stories.
Oh my God, yeah.
So funny.
They killed me. Yeah.
I almost followed her. Is that like on Instagram?
You should.
I don't want to do it because then she could be like, who are you? And I'll be like, I'm gonna be like, I'm Justin's friend, and I thought your stories were funny. Like, oh
no,
Lord.
she would know. She'd know.
She'd know.
She'd know you.
She listened to the podcast. She didn't, does she?
Maybe she doesn't. Because she thinks I suck. She's like, fuck this.
That is, you don't suck. She think you suck?
No,
I listen. I do too. No, I mean, I don't think you suck. But that leads us to the first segment of this podcast, which is the Newly Friend game. Cue the music. For the Newly Friend game, you have a dry erase board in front of you.
I'm horrified.
Are you?
Yeah, I
want you to
nervous.
draw. I'm going to ask you to draw your nipples.
Draw how big your penis actually is.
So this is not based on any similar game show that sounds like Newly Friend game.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what it is. So it's going to be a quick segment.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be in the style of the Newly Wed game.
Oh shit.
I'm going to ask you a question about me. We'll both write down our answers and see if you got it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to do a question about you. We'll both write down our answers, see if I get it. Do you follow?
Yeah, but I'm nervous.
What, you don't think you're going to be able to get what the one is about me?
Yeah, then it's going to ruin the show.
No, here's the thing.
I'm going to have to, I'll never be allowed over here again.
Okay, are you ready for the question?
Yes.
Okay, so this one is about me.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to both write it down. What is my favorite classic Disney movie? Okay, so write yours down. I'm not going to look.
Wait, can I use my phone
To write?
I got to look up some old Disney movies.
Do you not know how to spell it, or you just don't know classic Disney movies?
I also don't know how to spell what I'm thinking of, but I was going to look up.
Well, don't tell me. You don't know classic Disney movies? And
my handwriting's bad. It's bad handwriting, and I'm going to spell it wrong.
Okay.
And I'm going to be on camera. Absolutely ridiculous.
Okay. But you know what I mean by classic Disney movies.
I think so.
Ones we watched as kids. Not Disney Channel movies.
Let me rewrite it.
Not Disney Channel movies.
Yeah.
Because I think we both know the answer to
Luck
that.
of the Irish.
I was about to say Luck of the Irish.
Were you?
Yes, but that's not for this. That's not a classic Disney movie. I'm going to tell you, Luck of the Irish is probably my 1 spot, 2 spot Smart House.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
Do you want to flip boards on 3?
Hold on.
Well, you wrote a lot, so I have a feeling we didn't write the same thing. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Flip your board. Hey! You got it! Look at that. I didn't think you had it. You wrote forever. Oh my God.
Did I spell it right?
I don't know, but guess what? I spelled it the same way.
Yes, that means it's right.
Oh, you got it.
That's huge.
Can I tell you something?
How did I know that?
I didn't think you were going to get it.
How did I know that?
I thought you were going to say The Lion King.
I almost said I almost said Toy Story, but I was like, that's cheap.
Here's the thing. I'm so over the moon that you said that. Or that you got it right. I will say, for the Toy Story, quick side note, I went on a date with a girl once, and she opens with, she's like, I love movies. I was like, oh, that's cool. I said, I love movies too. She said, here's a fun little thing we'll do. She said, what movie should have been nominated for Best Picture that wasn't? And she says something, I don't know what it is, okay? But like, it's a movie that I don't even remember. She goes, what about you? I go, well, obviously Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, really? I go, did I stutter? Toy Story. And she goes, by the way, I did not say did I stutter. How mean of a sentence is that? She goes, oh, I don't really care for Pixar.
What?
And I go, oh, is it the great storytelling, the emotional beats, or the beautiful performances that bother you? I'm just curious, trying to understand. Yeah, and we went on several dates after that. I should have cut it off right there.
You should have. That should have been it.
I knew it was bad.
That's weird.
Before we get to your question, is Aladdin also your favorite?
It's one of. Why did I know that?
I don't know.
You told me that before?
I don't think so.
That's crazy.
Maybe I one point I turned to you and I said, I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid.
Maybe it was the singing. I was like, he'd like the singing.
I sure do. I have to say one jump ahead of the bread line. One swing ahead of the storm. I steal only what I can afford. That's everything.
This is good. You got to get in a play. Have you done a play?
I did theater in high school.
Did you like musical stuff or straight plays?
Both.
That's it.
Well, you're also a singer.
No.
I'm no.
When it's funny, I'll sing.
You just got Jamaican. No, man. No.
Yeah. I cannot sing, but I would like to.
Wait, I'm sorry. You actually don't believe you're a singer?
No, I'm not. I'm not a singer. Get out of here.
Literally anytime I listen to your podcast, you break into song and it's perfectly on key.
Can I tell you something?
Please.
I think I get lucky because there's times. Do you know, this might sound crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a 2-part story. There's songs that you feel like, not songs, but like notes you can sing better than others, obviously.
It's your range. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this doesn't involve the other story. It's okay. So another story, completely separate.
I mean,
don't
we have
remember.
time. Yeah.
I don't remember this comic's name, but I don't know if he does stand up anymore. But basically, he carpooled with me in Madison. Hedgecock shout out to another mic.
Madison is getting super shout outs today.
Yeah. And
I want to shout out someone random.
He asked us. And I think he was being genuine, which made me love it even more. He said, what song would you guys sing in front of a girl if she asked you to? Like, basically, like, what's the best song you can sing?
Oh, I already know. Yeah,
it made me laugh so hard, but I think he was being serious. And I've never heard someone ask that before. Like, what song would you sing if you had to sing a song?
What, do you have an answer?
I don't think I do. It'd probably be like Creed or something, low singing voice.
For some reason, I weirdly associate you with, because I think you've sung it on the podcast, is Journey. I think you've sung like "Just a Small Town Girl." Yeah, I think like I think that I've heard you sing that.
Yeah.
I also have heard you sing a lot of Mason Ramsey.
I love that boy.
Did not know him until you told me about him.
Really?
I did not know him. 100% did not know him. Yeah.
Did you know Lucas? Did you know Ramsey?
Yeah, you know? No.
What? You do now though, or you don't even know Mason, the yodeling Walmart boy? Yeah.
I love how here's my favorite thing about Lucas's reaction just now. Lucas begrudgingly said yes. He's like yeah.
Well, here's the thing. They blow that boy up so much.
Yeah.
As soon as he's not this adorable little boy anymore, they're gonna throw him in the trash. And I think the people responsible for that
is Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
They should. I think it's bullshit, and I think they should pay him money forever. People that use him to make money now,
sure,
commit.
I mean, listen, you start putting a young child in the face of the world too soon, you end up with a Kirk Cameron problem, and no one wants the Kirk Cameron problem.
No.
All right, let's jump into the second question of the New Leaf Friend game. I want to wrap this segment up. Okay.
Yeah.
Question. This is about you.
I'm scared. You already have it?
I already have it.
What if I get it wrong?
I think your answer is right. I'm hoping I match it. What is your favorite dessert?
Oh, no.
Well, don't say it out loud.
Josh, no.
Am I not going to get it? Is that why you say that? Or you don't have a sweet tooth?
Yeah, I don't know if I... Oh, fuck. Well, I'll pick one.
Because I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to be 100% honest. When I was thinking about this question, I want to take a huge swing. I don't think it's right, but I have like a huge swing I want to take for you. I don't think it's right, though.
All right, and this might not be my favorite, maybe just right now in this moment.
This is like what you're
Because I don't know if I have an official favorite. So I think you won either way. You can't get it wrong.
I think here's what's interesting. I can always get it wrong. Being in a relationship, I've known even when you're right, you're often wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think whatever you write on there, I'm going to say, oh, fuck yeah, I'd eat that. I'm going to be in on whatever you write.
I'm going to here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write my answer. Mm-hmm. Under it, I'm going to say, almost said this.
I'll do the same.
Okay. Here we go. This is so specific. This is like if someone on The Price is Right, like wagered, they're like, I'm going to wager, $10, and me like a moron, I'm going to wager $9.50. Like an absolute idiot is pretty much what I just wrote.
I think we're going to have 4 different things on each of our boards. That's my prediction. But if one of them's right, that'd be cool.
Okay.
But I will say I don't think I have a favorite dessert.
Okay. Well, I might have ruined it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Flip your boards on 1, 2, 3. Oh,
peach cobbler!
I told you,
huge
swing. I took a huge swing.
Is that because I'm from Nebraska? You think I'm some kind of farm boy, corn eating?
Can I also be clear? I love peach cobbler, so you're coming in hot against peach cobbler. Cheesecake. But not specifying like a New York cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake.
But here's the thing: I put cheesecake bites on the frozen yogurt, so that might. And I'm also wearing a sweatshirt from an ice cream place.
Do you prefer frozen yogurt over ice cream?
I think I do now, but I think
wow.
I'd eat.
We have major friendship problems.
Have you been to Big Chill, the sweatshirt I'm wearing?
Where is it?
That's like Midtown, I think Fairfax or something. I don't know.
I thought you were going to say something like it's deep in the heart of Northridge.
No,
I was going to be like, no. I was going to say chocolate cake was gonna.
I had chocolate cake on my birthday. And it was so good.
Also, by the way, unrelated, drew a smiley face.
Oh, that's good. Now that's my favorite dessert.
Oh. Well, that was the newly Fred game. How'd you feel about it?
That was fun. I'm glad I got Aladdin.
I can't believe you got Aladdin. I 100% didn't think you were going to get that.
That's crazy.
Can I tell you? I don't know why this is the wrong thing to say. In my heart, I really thought I had a shot with peach cobbler.
I cannot believe that. Wait, is peach cobbler your favorite? You just like it?
No. My favorite. Here's the thing. Anytime someone asks me my favorite dessert, or I say pie, and then when they say what's your favorite pie, I say I'm going to give you two answers. What's my favorite pie? 99% of the time is key lime pie.
Really?
Love key lime pie. If someone asks me what the best pie I've ever had is, the answer is an apple peach raspberry pie. It was delicious with fresh of each. Now, by the way, I'm going to be clear with you. I don't know what seasons any of those grow in, but apparently they were all fresh and it was great.
Yeah, I don't know if I think just fruit in general on dessert. I'm like, we don't have time for this. This is not.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Let's have chocolate.
Wow.
And vanilla or whatever else is not fruit.
Okay. So you don't like fruity desserts?
Yeah, even like fruit on pancakes. Put chocolate chips on it.
So my favorite breakfast place in Santa Monica is a place called Shoop's. I took you there.
Yes.
And you.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, you loved it.
Oh, it was amazing.
I'm giving them free advertising. I'm like, everyone go to Shoop's.
It's the best.
You know, it really makes me happy to hear, by the way, that you've been in LA for 7 years, because I've been in LA for 7 years, and I was having like a quarter life or midlife, third life crisis, comedically speaking, the other day, where I was like, God, I've been here for 7 years.
Don't do it.
I got to be better.
We will be.
Yeah.
Day by day.
Got to be good.
And everything can change. It sounds cliche, but things can change overnight.
I think that like Jess is hoping that's true.
It is. It will.
Just about me personally.
You're going to be on a show. I see you on a sitcom. That's what I don't know why.
I think you said that to me once.
You're either going to sell your own or you'll get cast in something, and that's what's going to.
You're one of the only people that has seen, I can't go into too much detail, but I filmed a web series.
Yes.
And I'm working on the release of said web series. But you've seen it.
It's very good.
You've actually seen me act.
And that's maybe, I thought that before, but then when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I'm right.
That's there are many things that I love about you, but what's interesting about that story is what's challenging. I don't know if this is an LA thing or a comic thing, but what I think about a lot is like, who comes through? Who's reliable? Who comes through when you need someone, or or whatever, when you extend a hand to a friend who comes through. So I invited not a ton of people, but a very specific group of people to come see this and give me their feedback. Not only did I have no doubt in my mind you would show up, you showed up, you were on time, you were there, and I was like, this is like a Hallmark Justin Sherman. This is a Hallmark Sherms.
Dude, I was so pumped to go. Wasn't it at Los Feliz?
It was, yeah. It was at Los Feliz 3.
It's the coolest thing ever.
It was so fun. That was I love hanging with comics outside of when any of us have to perform.
Me too.
Yeah, because then you're not like, someone's not sitting there being like, I got this bit about waffles and I'm hoping it crushes. I'm like, no one cares about your waffle bit, Jeremy.
I need a good waffle bit.
Do you have one?
I wish. I wake up every day.
You're like, I need bits on waffles. Well, you know what? We'll use that break to take us to our next segment. This is called Teach Me Something. Big inspiration behind this is a lot of times I get accused of not knowing what I'm talking about by mainly family members. And my dad always used to say, "Is like, you could learn something from anything." So I'm gonna say this to you. Teach me something. This can take 10 seconds. It could take 10 minutes. I'd prefer it doesn't. That's exhausting, and I don't have the attention span for that. Teach me anything you want.
All right. Now, this is just top of the head stuff.
I'm into
We're in football season.
Okay.
And
Didn't
I
even
don't
know
know if this is, I even have really anything useful to teach anybody.
Probably me.
But this is the first thing that comes to mind.
Do I need to take notes?
No. It's very simple, very easy to discuss.
Yeah.
When Nebraska has a home football game in Lincoln.
Is that where you're originally from, Lincoln?
Omaha, which is like 40 minutes away.
Yeah, Counting Crows. Go ahead.
It becomes...
You must hate that.
No, I'm in.
Yeah. Somewhere in the middle of America, yeah.
It becomes the third largest city in the state. The stadium, 90,000.
Hold on.
Omaha and Lincoln are above it.
Wait. Okay.
But like 200, 300,000.
So when there's not a game,
yeah,
Lincoln is not the third largest city.
No, Lincoln is, but the stadium itself, just that stadium, is the third largest, quote unquote, city.
Are you kidding?
No, it jumps up. Third. Crazy.
Holy crap. This is real. You're not like playing with
me.
It's
I
100%
swear.
real.
It's crazy.
Holy
Husker
crap.
fans are diehard. I would, this sounds crazy. I'd die for this team.
Would you really?
I would, if it meant we'd win some games. Hell yeah.
You're telling me if someone
big.
held a gun to your head and said Nebraska will win is it the championship?
National championship. And go undefeated?
Sure. If someone could pop your brains out, you'd be like, sounds good.
I'll take them out for them.
Oh my Lord.
I'll say, hang on. I'll get my brain out and throw it into the trash.
Do you? Well, please don't do that. If you had to rank your loves, I'm not going to put Raha in this list to save her from...
She's number one. She's untouchable.
Okay. Other than Raha,
yeah.
If you had to rank stand-up, Huskers football, Joey Berggren.
Oh, no!
Yeah, just got hard.
Well, I got to say right off the bat, I can't pick... You can't replace someone like
Joey. Or
Joey.
podcasting. Podcasting is 4.
Oh, yeah. Well, we can keep it right there at number 4. I'm gonna...
Podcasting's dead last.
I mean, I think stand-up's still number 1, and then Husker football would be number 2. Because...
Okay.
Partially because it's only a quarter of the year, and also stand-up's always there. I love stand-up, even when I hate it.
How often do you do it now?
I am slowly... I mean, I used to do it every single night of my goddamn life, but since the pandemic and trying to make money, not as often. I mean, I'm back to going out at least one mic a night, with the exception of like the weekend night that I'm like, I'm gonna not do anything.
How do you balance... There's definitely no specific reason I'm asking this question. How do you balance a relationship and stand-up? How do you balance going out every night,
dude,
and still watering the relationship plant?
Yeah, it's tough because when you're single, obviously, it's like, that's when I was like 3-4 mics a night.
Sure.
Insanity level.
Especially in Los Angeles, that's great.
Yeah. But she's also trying to do her own thing and take over the world, so it's a good balance. I think she will too. She's on her way. But yeah, it's definitely a thing to balance. But it is, because she's so great, it is not as hard as some people think.
For me, with Jess, here's the big piece of it. She says, "Go out, go. Yeah, I would love it. Go do the mics. Go do it." But what I hear is, yeah, I mean, go do it. But, like, I'll be here. And then I'll say that out loud. I have a problem where I say everything in my relationship out loud. So then I go, are you saying go? Or are you saying go, but I'll be here? Jess is like, no, go. But, and I'm like, I knew it.
Yeah. There definitely are times where Raha will do that to me as well. And I'll be like, all right. Which I think is fine. Listen, I could be totally wrong on this. In my head, I think as long as you are actively writing and attempting to get better every day, whether or not you're getting on stage, it's fine. I think you get to a level, I think after being however many years in, obviously you need to keep getting up, but to be doing 3 to 4 mics every single night, I think we put in that time. Not to say that we're above it, But to me, I'm like, as long as you're not completely letting it go, but also consistency. It's a weird thing. Sometimes I'm like, you don't need to do 3 to 4 mics a night. Other times I'm like, I'm going to stay out all night. I want to do this. I always want to do it, but listen, I don't, who am I?
I mean, I went through a phase in COVID where I was like sad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if I told you this story. So in COVID, I believe it was during COVID, Harry Styles' album came out.
Big moment with the watermelon on it. Or whatever that song is.
Sure. Which by the way, learned maybe a couple weeks ago that it was about cunnilingus. I did not know watermelon
about
sugar high.
Eating.
I love that.
That's the clip.
I love it. It's about eating.
I didn't want to say.
We go. Yeah. Where are you going?
I didn't want to say pussy
We're
on
going
your
eating.
podcast.
Oh, Justin.
While I drink your tea.
Oh.
That could be a phrase. I was out drinking tea last night.
Drinking tea.
This lady invited me over to drink her tea.
Oh, honestly, if we use tea as euphemisms, I'd be thrilled.
Listen,
I was steeping my tea. If you get what I'm saying,
I was steeping my tea. I need to do stand up more. I think I was just trying to make myself feel better. You don't have to do it all.
Dude,
you got to do it all the time, or you suck.
Listen. I for the past 2 weeks did it 2 times each week.
Yeah,
both on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I
West Side.
I did West Side at 10, and I did a different mic at 7. So don't feel bad about yourself. But what I was going to say, so Harry Styles' album came out. And it starts out. Have you listened to it at all?
I've heard the big hits. I haven't listened to the whole album, though.
It's great. It's a great album. But it starts out real high. Okay, it's like it's all the fun stuff. It's like I'm so golden into like what a minute, and like all that fun stuff. And then like you get like 3 or 4 tracks in, and then it just drops into super sad songs for like 5 songs in a row. So I am getting really sad during COVID at one point. And Jess can see I'm a little sad. She goes, "Why don't you take a shower? It might make you feel better." I was like, "Okay."
Get in there.
I go in to take a shower. And I'm going to tell you from Jess's perspective. She goes, "So I'm sitting out there and a quick side note for all the steepers out there. So I listen to music in the shower. Big music listener in the shower.
You got one of those speakers that goes in there?
It sits on the sink, but I can still, it's a Bluetooth speaker. And they're not a sponsor, so I'm not going to tell you who makes it.
Good.
So anyways, from Jess's perspective, she goes, "So I'm out there and I hear," and I'm like, "Oh, one of the really sad tracks from Harry Styles' album. Okay." Then another one, then another one, and then I go, "Oh, this isn't good." And I get out of the shower and I like walk into the bedroom and she's like, "Hey, honey, are you okay?" And I just fall face first into the bed.
No.
And she just goes, "Oh, so no then." And I was like, I was having a very sad day.
Yeah.
And at that moment, I was like, "Oh God!" Like I never who cares? Nothing matters. Stand up, mics, shows, But I've since come back, and I'm like, I know why I miss it. I know why I missed it, and I do miss it a lot, and I'm really happy to be doing it. I am not as I've kicked the belief that I need to be doing it constantly. Like, I think what you said is true. You need to always be working at it to some degree, but like doing 7-8 mics a week or crazy stuff like that, I've like way stepped away from that, and now I'm a little more like, okay, like I'm going to do, maybe I'll do however many mics or shows a week and I'll try and work on it. But I'm not going to feel guilty about spending 3 nights in hanging with my girlfriend or watching a movie or, killing time futzing around. I don't know if you and Raha do that, but Jess, I can kill hours.
Futzing. Oh yeah.
Yeah. We will literally we'll like have to wake up at a certain time and then we will spend an hour in bed doing voices like idiots. And
that's the best.
Just burn time.
So forget everything else. Yeah. Those moments. I
can't get enough.
The best.
She would hate if I said this. I'm going to share this. I don't even care. Way back when I was a kid, Oh, that sounds so old. When I was a kid, there was something called One Saturday Morning on ABC. I don't know if that existed when you were younger.
Maybe.
It was just a cartoon. It was like a cartoon block. And like the show Recess was on.
Recess.
It's like all those were in that block. Now, there was a show which was called The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Oh.
And it has the most banging theme song ever. Like I'm saying up there with DuckTales. Okay, like everyone loves DuckTales. You know, but this one is such a banger. Like, and for anyone listening at home, if you go look it up, it should start with like gotta get up, gotta get going. I'm gonna see a friend of mine.
Oh, I remember
you know
that.
this one?
I do.
Oh my god. Okay, so I am obsessed with it. So early on, when Jess and I first moved in together, anytime she wouldn't get up, I would start playing that theme song.
That's amazing.
And she would be like, "Please stop," and I'm like, "I can't. It's Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh," and I would like get really into it. Copyright. But I would get really into it. Anyway, my favorite thing, I will play this song, and she will start like doing ridiculous dance moves when I put it on. Like the other day, she started twerking when I put on the Winnie
this was recently?
Song. It happens. I put this on at least once a week. It started at the beginning of quarantine. I will not stop playing the song. But she will
That's
do
amazing.
ridiculous, like inappropriate dancing
to Winnie the Pooh.
To Winnie the Pooh. It's become a huge part of our home life. Is that particular song?
I love that.
Oh my god, I can't get enough. But to answer an earlier question, you said, yeah, I think that stand up. I don't know if stand up's going to take you where you want to go. I think it could. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to do something else, and then people will be like, I'm more likely to see him now.
Yes, I think that's the thing. I think that's like the landscape of it, which is good. You can build in other things, and then it's like when you like if you get like on a show or something, you can be like, this guy from this thing, and then you just get more spots.
So we should just get on a show then.
We just got to get on. I sound like my dad. Yeah. Like email Conan.
Oh my god,
that's the big thing. You should email that guy. Hey, I saw this guy on television. Why not ask him?
This started when I was a kid. My mom was like, when I was applying to colleges, my mom goes, "You're going to apply to Yale too, right?" I was like, "What?"
Oh,
I was like, "No,
dude." Speaking of Yale,
oh wow, I can't wait for this transition.
I just found out. I won't be specific, but a person who dated a guy, her ex, this may just give it away, is named Yale.
So how did you think that was going to give it away?
Well, there can only be one, right?
One
There's
Yale?
not other Yales.
No, I know a Yale from...
If anyone knows a Yale...
I've not met this guy, but I know a Yale.
You know a Yale?
I do. Wait, so there's a girl that you know...
Yeah, dated a man.
Named Yale.
Yale.
And that's the whole story.
I am sorry. I just told you a guy's name.
Here's the thing.
Hey, I heard a name.
It was Yale.
Ridiculous.
I loved it.
Thank you.
I feel it in my heart. I want you to be able to tell me whatever you want to tell me.
For a split second. All right, now I'm going all over. Maybe it's the caffeine. There's that caffeine in this?
Yo, yeah. You told me to go highly caffeinated. Yeah. So this is a pretty caffeinated cup of tea.
The microphone was covering up your facial hair in a way. It looked like you had a handlebar mustache. And for a minute, maybe we get you a Harley. Would you do it if I bought you a Harley?
When I grow a handlebar, I don't think I can. I didn't think
you can't. You have it.
I didn't think I could grow a beard until I let it grow out during quarantine, and it was
good. You showed me that picture. I think you should bring it back with the long hair.
I looked like an old Jewish man.
No, young Jewish
I literally showed it to people, and out of nowhere, we were standing in a field. Out of nowhere, somewhere, the song started playing. If I were a rich man, diddy. Like I'm like, where's that coming from?
Oh, it was a good look.
Oh no,
I'm being genuine. I liked it.
You like me with curly hair?
Yeah. Yep. Was it going to a fro?
Yeah,
dude. What are you doing?
I think other people pull off that look better than I do. Nick Tarvella.
Yes, I was gonna say another good fro.
Yeah, great fro. Great
fro.
I underrated comic in his time.
Yes.
But no, yeah, I didn't think I could grow facial hair, and then I just stopped shaving it, and it started to grow out. Yeah. And my favorite thing ever is I go to Jess, I go, "Don't you love it?" And she goes, "It's definitely there."
No, it's good, but no girls like they like either the stubble or like the clean shaven.
How? Because I remember you without a beard. How long have you had your beard?
Probably like the last couple of years, but like I couldn't grow this until like later in life, and then I also let it grow out because it used to be like patchy.
Yours grows nice and clean. I don't get right here.
It could though. Maybe just
have to give it time.
Yeah, you just gotta let it. No, I want the throwback.
Oh, listen, it's a throwback for the throwback.
Oh my god.
Okay, you know what? So I think that we have hit an important milestone.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time for the final segment. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. Do I know what it is, or do I not?
It's just a lightning round. I wrote these down because even though I know them, I don't want to forget them. I feel like I'm on Letterman.
I like that. That's a good card. It's a good hosting prop.
Here we go. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Lightning round. First question. What's your favorite ritual? So like mine is making tea. What's your favorite ritual?
Oh, it's probably coffee in the morning. Waking up.
You making the coffee?
Yeah. Yes. Espresso. Espresso pod.
Are we talking, I mean, listen, not that either people are sponsoring, but are we talking like Nespresso or are we talking Keurig?
Nespresso.
You dirt my good.
I know.
Virtuo or the original?
I think it's Virtuo. Is that the thinner or the bigger one?
The more circular ones are Virtuo, and the kind of slightly taller ones are the originals.
Yeah, the first one you said.
Virtuo.
Yeah.
You slick wreck.
Yeah.
All right, question 2. What is a running bit that you do with a friend or a partner that makes you laugh? Like if you and Raha have a running bit?
Oh, I won't say who this is. This could be Joey, Raha, my sister, my dad, my mom. We'll say, guess my fart right before we fart, and they have to guess what the sound is. And that actually could be every one of my family members.
Wait, how do you guess it?
You just say, guess my fart, and then you make a fart noise that you think my fart will sound like, and then you see how close it is. I think we got that off of like TikTok or something. I don't think that's like
so it's a recent
Sherman original.
It's a recent one.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, follow up. Has anyone gotten close?
Yeah, and it's hilarious.
Okay.
It makes them fun, you know. I can't smell, so they're always fun for me. But if you get other people to start guessing, then it's fun for everyone.
Oh my Lord! Part of me wants to say it's Joey, but I'm sure it's Raha. Okay. Lightning round. Question 3. Can you do an impression of one of your parents?
Oh, God. What are you doing, dude? That's my dad.
I love it. It sounds a lot like you.
Yes. I'm honored, actually. I can't wait to be like my dad.
You have such a silky voice. People say that a lot, right?
Yeah, it's weird. I think it came later in life.
Well, I would imagine post 13.
Yeah, I wasn't I wasn't in elementary school.
Did you hit puberty early? When were you a puber?
I don't know when I was a puber.
Is that the phrase? When were you a puber?
No, I think I honestly got like armpit hair and stuff like in high school, like later than I should have. Or at least maybe that was just me.
My sister made fun of me. She like walked, she walked in.
My sister made fun of me.
She walked in, just generally. My sister walked in, she goes, is someone growing an armpit hair? And I was like,
no.
By the way, for anyone out there, if someone is like 12 and listening to this and you have a sibling, don't do that. Mm-hmm. Don't do that, because I was like, here's my reaction. Can you believe this is my reaction? No. Someone growing an armpit hair? What? Who?
Yeah. I don't remember the age I started getting hair downstairs, but I remember seeing the first ones and being like, oh, here we go. Yeah, I watered them. I was like, uh-oh.
Give him some plant.
They're here.
Give him some
Finally, it worked.
Okay, question 4. Have you ever had imposter syndrome? And if so, was there a specific time you had it?
What is
imposter syndrome? Is when you like are doubting your abilities or you feel like a fraud.
Oh, all the damn time, dog.
Really?
Oh my God. On the way here, I was like, I can't be on this show.
What?
I'm out of my goddamn mind sometimes.
Oh my gosh. Can I tell you? Hands down. You can ask Lucas. Hands down. And he probably will only give you a head nod. Hands down, one of the number 1 people I wanted on this podcast was you. Lucas, can I get a head nod? Hey, he's nodding. Yeah! I was about to try and think of a rhyming name for Luke. I was be like Luke the Toque, but that just makes him a winter cap.
Luke the Toque. Like Tuco from Breaking Bad.
Sure. Did you see, what was it? El Camino, the film?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I love how you're about to say something.
I liked it. I thought it was good. It wasn't amazing, but
I'd like to see it.
I love Breaking Bad.
I like Aaron Paul.
Yeah, me too.
Aaron Paul and I wear the same brand of cologne, but not the same scent. Just thought you should know.
I'm glad I do.
In case you smell both of us, you go, similar brand, different scents. Okay, the 5th and final lightning round question. This is hopefully a simple question. What is your favorite tea? And if you don't have one, what's your favorite comfort?
My favorite tea is whatever you gave me.
Oh, the wild Thai black tea.
It's good. I'm gonna pick up more of that on the way home.
Oh, are you?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna tell you this. Anytime you want to come back and have some wild Thai black tea, you can.
I will.
It is such a pleasure. I'm so glad we got to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Oh my God, my pleasure. We will. I don't know if you have anything big coming up that you want to share.
No.
Good. That's all.
Just our podcast, everything reviewed.
I will plug that every episode. I'm like, go listen to everything reviewed. I love it. It was a pleasure. Do you feel like you said everything you want to say? You feel good?
I think so.
Okay.
How about you?
I love you and thank you for coming.
Likewise. Ditto. The same.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Steep Conversations. That was Justin Sherman. You can follow him on Instagram at Justin_Sherman and on Twitter and TikTok at Sherman Comedy. We'll be back next week. So until then, happy steeping.